It's girl talk.
Why do you have to lie about that?
Is this true?
With you and my sister, none other than TT Torrez, right here. iPower 92.1. The Lodge.
So I've been talking about this guy calling in pretty much the whole past hour. So let's bring him up. It's Hill Harper. Everybody has a new book out. Hi, Hill.
TT.
Hi, Hill. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
It's good to have you on.
It's good to be on.
So let's talk about this new book you have coming out.
Okay.
All right.
It's called The Wealth Cure, and it's a special book because for me, building wealth and what true wealth really means is something that I've kind of learned over time. And money's important, but there are other things that are just as important. And so I talk about both of those things and what true wealth really is. And so I'm very excited about the book.
Mm-hmm. Looking at the title of the book, The Wealth Cure, Putting Money in Its Place.
Yes.
I said to myself, how can Hill write a book about money in a recession? So explain kind of the different variables of the book.
Okay. Well, first of all, I set out last year to write this book about money because people are suffering around the issue of money. People are talking about debt, whether we're talking about debt in the government or they're talking about their own personal debt with credit cards and all these things. And I looked at a lot of the books that were out there about money and money issues, and a lot of them almost made people feel guilty for spending $1. It's like, they browbeat you and tell you, do this, do this, do this, rather than saying, okay, what is money really? Money is a foundational tool to help all of us build the lives that we want to build. And so we have to look at it that way, and we have to put it in its proper perspective and proper place. Many of us have come to, in many ways, what I call overvalue money, which may sound odd, it may sound crazy, but we overvalue it to the point where we're chasing money at all odds, and then we're spending it almost like addicts spend because we feel, well, I gotta get this because we're trying to fill holes in our lives, rather than looking at it holistically and saying, you know what, my life is all these different components. How can I get really healthy in terms of money? How can I get healthy in terms of my body, my health? How can I get healthy in terms of my relationships? And that's what true wealth is. And so what I say in the book is that money plus wellness equals wealth.
So you said put money in its proper place.
Yes.
What's its proper place?
Well, I talk about this idea of smart money versus dumb money, okay? So the proper place for money, you use it as a tool in things that appreciate in value. So what are the things in our lives that appreciate in value? I believe number one is our love and relationships, family, for instance. And so we use our money for our family. We use our money for our relationships. We use our time and other resources we have to build those things. Those are appreciating assets, relationships, giving back, our faith, investing in ourselves, education. I purchase art. Art gives back to me. It appreciates. But it also, interestingly enough, if you buy the right type of art, tends to appreciate in value. Now, what are things...
Can I just stop you right there really quickly?
Go.
What I'm noticing that you're saying is spend money into things that you can personally appreciate. And I noticed that you said something different versus talking to other financial advisors or, people who talk money all the time. And when I talk money to these guys, they say, well, put it in things that are going to make you more money. But I'm getting the idea from you, do something that you can also appreciate as well. So you don't always feel like, okay, I'm putting my money into trying to pay my rent, but do something a little bit differently. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I am. But I'm saying it okay. It's the reason why this book is one of my longer books is because these are complex things. It's not like easy answers. Okay. But you're absolutely right what I'm talking about. But I'm also talking about budgeting as well. For instance, there's a whole chapter where we talk about budgeting, and you want to first be able to see where your money's going. And so, I talk about the wealth cure element. The cure element is something I don't want to reveal. It's just kind of a surprise to people when they read it, but it's something that's pretty personal to me that I talk about. But my family, both of my parents were physicians, and they would talk about the process of curing someone of a disease or a problem. And the first thing we do to do that is we have to diagnose. And so all of us have to diagnose what issues. If you're having money issues and you're worried about money, we have to diagnose, okay, Where are you spending your money? Where's it going? Are those things where that money is going? Is it making you happy? Is it fulfilling you? Are you investing in yourself, or are you investing in things that just lose value? You're buying shoes and bags, or you're just barely making it by to pay your rent. Let's take a look at that. Let's see what's going on and how we can start using money in a different way to make us happier and more fulfilled and live our best lives.
And on that note, we're going to go into a quick break. Everybody, if you're just tuning in, we're talking to the fabulous Hill Harper. His new book is out August 23rd. It's called The Wealth Cure, Putting Money in Its Place. We'll be back with more of the fabulous Hill Harper.
It's girl talk.
Why do you have to lie about that?
Is this true?
With you and my sister, none other than TT Torrez, right here. iPower 92.1. The Lodge.
Everybody, we're talking to Hill Harper. Why should people use your philosophy? You are a New York Times bestseller.
Yeah.
Come from money. It's easy for you to say, don't worry about money, because you got money. You know?
But that's not what I'm saying. You got to understand. I'm not saying don't worry about money. I'm saying use money. And I have techniques and ideas and different things that I've done that have worked for me. I've also done some things. I've made some horrible decisions around money. And it's true that I've been blessed to be able to earn a great deal, but also I've made mistakes. And so part of what I share in the book are the mistakes I've made, and also some of the wisdoms that have come along the way. And remember, another thing I talk about in the book is health. It's wellness. These things are critical, and I talk about something that I haven't really revealed publicly in the book about my own health situation and my own health issues that are very serious. And part of sharing that story is part of attempting to help people figure it out, because so many people write to me and come to me talking about money. And so I felt compelled that I should explore it and write about it, because at the end of the day, with my books, if folks who have read them, they know I'm not putting myself out as an expert. I never do. You know, I'm not trying to say I'm an expert investor. I'm not in my relationship book, The Conversation, I'm not trying to say I'm great at relationships. What I do say, though, is I'm on a journey just like everybody else, trying to figure it out. And if I can help share or shed some light on something, that's what I try to do. Please
pre-order Hill Harper's book. Hill, I got to switch gears a little bit.
Okay.
Since we're talking about finances and all of that great stuff, you are actually friends with President Barack Obama. You guys went to Harvard together, and he's very vocal about you guys' friendship and whatnot. So my question to you is, what do you think about the deficit and everything that's going on with President Barack Obama and him, running again in 2012?
Well, like you said, the president and I were classmates at Harvard, and I've known him for a long time. And he is the same person now that he was then. Extremely hard worker, extremely intelligent, and a man that's committed to helping folks. And he's been fought in every way, shape, and form in terms of politics, because politics is about power, and folks trying to yield power. So therefore, the opposition is attempting to block him in many ways, and that's not their. It's not like that's bad. It's just that's what they're. And sadly, that's what our politics have gotten to, and it's been that way for a number of years. It just didn't start when President Obama became president, and so there's a lot of party politics and a lot of things. But at the end of the day, I hope our politicians, particularly the members of Congress, take a step back and say, what is best for the United States, the people of the United States? And certainly having gridlock and fighting the president with the things that he's attempting to do for the people is not the best thing. There's a way to find compromise. And I know the president is willing to compromise and find a way that everybody can win. And I'm hoping that we as the people can put pressure on our individual representatives. Know that you have the power. Everybody out there, call your congressman or congresswoman. Call your senator. And let them know how you feel, that you don't want gridlock. And if everyone did that, then you'd see change happen. But most of us as individuals think that we don't have the power, and we sit back in a passive way, and we allow the Washington politics to continue. And I want personally to see success happen for the people of the U.S. and then also, obviously, the president will be more successful, because at the end of the day, he wants to help folks.
On that note, let's take a quick break. Everybody, if you're just tuning in, we're talking to Hill Harper. His new book, The Wealth Cure, Putting Money in Its Place, will be available for you guys August 23rd. But you can purchase that online earlier than that. Okay, so we'll be back with one more break with the fabulous Hill Harper. It's iPower 921.
It's girl talk.
Why do you have to lie about that?
Is this true?
With you and my sister, none other than TT Torrez, right here. iPower 92.1. The Lodge.
It is Girl Talk with me, TT Torrez, on iPower 921. If you're just tuning in, it's Girl Talk, and we have been talking to the fabulous Hill Harper, and of course his new book, The Wealth Cure, Putting Money in Its Place, will be available for you guys August 23rd. Let's talk about a little bit about your personal life. What's the deal with you? Are you married? Do you have a girlfriend?
No, not yet.
What's going on? An American film and television star, an actor, an author, a Harvard law student. I mean, all of these credentials, and you told me the last time I interviewed you that, you know, if you married men don't tell you that their wealth expands once they have that partner next to them.
It's all true, TT.
I mean, I read you was dating video vixen Dolce or Dulce or...
That was not true. But listen, I've been dating the woman that I write about in The Conversation, and she lives in D.C., and it's a long-distance relationship. And long-distance relationships aren't easy, I'm telling you. And we're attempting to figure it out, and she may move to L.A., and we'll see what happens, and who knows? I mean, I talk about it in the book, The Conversation. I mean, relationships aren't easy, but they can be fulfilling and worthwhile. And certainly I want to be married, but I want to marry the right person, you know?
Well, how long have you guys been dating?
We've been dating about 2.5 years now. And
you don't know by now if she's the right person? How long does it take?
Long-distance relationships take a little bit more time. I mean, at the end of the day, you want to spend some day in, day out time with a person and not just have those kind of honeymoon scenarios. Mm-hmm. And so... it just takes more time, and at the end, people can sit back and come up with all of these rules and all this thing, and that's what I talk about in The Conversation. Everybody's different, and that's why communication is critical. There's no rules. There's no set thing.
So Hill. Yeah. So she was okay when you tweeted out that my girl, Dolce B, how do you say her name?
Listen, I'm not talking. I don't even want to talk. No.
She's just not a pretty face, but she can throw down in the kitchen.
You're going way down a different road. I'm not trying to go down that road. You're trying to rumor monger again when that has been put to bed and put to rest.
But
those rumors were false.
Hey, look, I'm going to give you another rule to add in your book. Never eat another woman's cooking, okay? Unless it's at a restaurant.
See, that's an incorrect rule.
No, can you add that in your book? A new rule that you heard from TT Torrez.
Part of what we have to do is allow each other to have friendships, and allow each other to every time someone does something and is friends with someone from the opposite sex doesn't mean they're automatically dating, doesn't mean they're sleeping together. And folks try to spread these rumors.
But from what I hear, men can't really be casual friends. At some point in the friendship, they're going to want to smash. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true.
Well, that's a very immature man then, because at the end of the day, it takes living your life. There's a level of discipline. And if folks want to talk about relationships on my webinar, we can talk about relationships.
Yeah, and I hope that you and I can become friends, and I'll cook you as many meals as you want.
Really?
Yes.
You're single?
No comment.
You're clearly an intelligent, bright, amazing woman. I think that you are going, just from talking to you, your energy is wonderful, you're intelligent, and you sound like you'd be a fun person to be around. So I think that you're going to be extremely successful in finding someone that is perfect for you.
Let me let you go before you get me in trouble. TROUBLE. Capital, capital exclamation. That's the fabulous Hill Harper, everybody.
I'm so proud of you. I think you're wonderful. And participate in this webinar if you get a chance.
I do. I want to check it out. Actually, I am. I'm definitely am. It's Hill Harper, everybody. Please go out and support his book. It's called The Wealth Cure, Putting Money in Its Place. Thank you so much. And if you need
more info, you can see it on Twitter. I'll be tweeting about it as it comes up, and it's just at Hill Harper on Twitter, and we'll tweet about the webinar and everything.
Good, and I'm gonna tweet you right now. All right, thank you so much, Hill.
All right, sweetie. Take care.
Bye-bye. Give him a round of applause. He was fun. Shouts out to Hill Harper. Make sure you support his book, everybody. The Wealth Cure, Putting Money in Its Place. And you can also follow him on Twitter, Hill Harper. Let's get into this Miguel quickie.